welcome back. So a few quick things I do want to say. We are trying to improve the channel. We're trying to make it more enjoyable for you guys. We had a big thing in the Cyber Dragon group asking for suggestions and looking at comments from you guys, one of which was the lighting. Hopefully it's a little bit better now and you guys can see us and hear us well. Let us know down below if there's anything audio or visually that we should also work towards improving. Our setup here is pretty budget at the moment. We will continue to strive to be better there. You also may have noticed our intro, if you will. We really are cutting it down to the bare minimums. As always, we'll just randomly give our shout outs now as randomly in the video. So today we're going to say click the links down below. Lots of really cool playmats. You got your manga style. You have some amazing Cyber Dragon ones at Yu-Gi-Oh! Limburg or Ghost Girls. And then our friend Matt over at Grove Reacting Gaming. They have some insane playmats. Click those links. Come join Dragon Rider Games for the best online tournaments around. Yes, the best, because, well, if you ask me, that group does hold the best ones. So now that all that's out of the way, other videos that may come at the end or just later. But since we mentioned it, we wanted to throw it out of the way here right now instead of bringing it up again. As you can see, the deck list is on the screen. So, Harpie Ladies, pure Harpie Ladies. About as pure as we can get, at least. So this deck was, it kind of started out as a fun idea. You just saw a basic combo. Like if you open Conductor, Harpie, plus either Egotist, Hysteric Sign, or Unexpected Die, you can get the Wind Barrier lock and have a Harpie Lady on field in case you opened your Harpie's Feather Storm. And also, we have the 2 trap tricks to get into it, and we do have Prosperity to help us dig even further for a card that we may or may not need. The deck's toolbox is pretty crazy. It pumps out like rank 4 super easy, which means like Utopia double OTK is in here. Depending on the game state and everything, we'll kind of cover it a little more lately, but you know, Utopia package to build up our materials and go into a Zeus. The deck can do a lot of pretty cool things. We have a couple of replays for you guys after. You may or may not see some cards in the replays I really don't remember yet that aren't on the list. Them replays have been saved throughout testing, but this is the finalized list we went with. We originally started with no hand traps and just went Harpie Control, had more trap cards in there, and then we tried cutting the traps pretty much out, putting more hand traps in, and we ended up like playing around with different 3 Harpie Lady ones, no Unexpected Die, and well, as you can see here, we have a couple Harpie Ladies and 2 Unexpected Die. Kind of came to where we're at here after these testing the extenders, hand traps, traps, and we ended up leaving the punishment in. Drone Lockbird's just crazy right now, and then Unexpected Die for the added consistency. Deck's been really fun, and I've been stealing some wins, so that's pretty cool as always. You are going to see a replay. We do get out of a Drytron player, and we OTK him despite him having his, it was Necros Drytron. I believe he had a Vanity Ruler and the Necros of Unicorn, but thanks to this absolutely broken card, we not only broke his board, OTK'd him, we win, and this card's just best trap card in the game. Like, there's no question. This is the best trap card in the game. Konami was just smart, and they made it specific to us Harpie Ladies, sort of, for the most part. But this card's just busted. Getting into the deck list, you guys have already seen it. A lot of you already left the video. That's okay. It's fine. 1 Harpie Lady 1. So I do like Harpie Lady 1, and a lot of the time, like if I can end with a Harpie Lady and my Simorg and the Windlock, I'll try and get Harpie Lady 1 on board just for the added attack boost for them all. But otherwise, we do play the 2 original vanilla OG Harpie Ladies, the crazy hair, because Unexpected Die, we can special summon her from the deck. So it's basically like Elegant Egotist, but less restrictive. Harpie Perfumer. Card's really, really crazy. If you're playing more combo variant, this card's, well, at least before Link Crossband was 1 card combo. I'm not entirely sure now. I didn't want to go combo, like heavy combo variant with the deck. I wanted to keep it pretty simple and just pure. Like I wanted to do a pure deck and leave out all the added junk. Tri-Brigade Harpie and like full-on Dogmatica Harpie are both really, really strong. I absolutely love the Dogmatica Harpie, but we just did Dogmatica ABC, and I don't want every deck profile on the channel to be deck.dogmatica, so we're here with pure Harpies, but if you do want to mix an engine with, I suggest Tri-Brigade or Dogmatica. 3 Harpie Channeler. Card's just busted. You open this with any Harpie to discard, summon your Perfumer, search your Egotist, like crazy. 1 Harpist. So a lot of people do play 2, but I find it doesn't come up too much. I mean, when it's normal summon, you can target a Wind Beast, winged beast type monster you control other than this card, which isn't really hard. We do it a lot. And 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, return them to the hand. So it's a free removal. And during the end phase, if it's in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, we have Droplet, so that's a pretty easy way to get it there. You can add a level 4 Wing Beast from to your hand. Pretty much any of them in the deck for the most part. 1500 or less attack. Actually, I think Queen's the only one we can't add. Yeah, Queen's the only one you can't add. But getting to it, we have our 1 Harpie Queen. Hunting Ground is pretty strong. It's pretty good, but I mean, we could search it with Perfumer. We can search it with Queen. Queen's nice for the big attack, but the fact that Hunting Ground is mandatory, in my opinion, kind of hurts a little bit because you just end up popping your own stuff if at times too. Like, it's really nice in matchups where you can, you know, play your Hunting Ground and summon 2 or 3 Harpies and just pop all their back row, but yeah, sometimes it kind of conflicts, and I'm not super, I guess, dependent on that route. But, I mean, depending on the format, that's probably something you could change, like maybe a second Queen or another Hunting Ground, things like that. The 1 Barrier Statue, 3 Drone Lockbird. I have thought about just playing, like, Barrier Statue, like, complete turbo, play 3 of them. But, I mean, we can put out 2 Harpie Ladies really easily anyway, and go into like your Slash or your Utopia plays, your Baguska, your Dweller to kind of stall for a turn anyway. But yeah, I thought about doing like 3 Barrier Statues and then summon it, pass, and you know, if they don't have Droplet, they just got to waste their battle phase and you make it the next turn and go for like Utopia OTK. Not really a reliable strategy, but one option there. But we did end up not doing that because we were losing way more than we were prior. 3 Drone Lockbird, which, I mean, it fits the theme, right? It's the wind hand trap, but that has nothing to do with why we play it. We play it because it's crazy. Like, Drone Lockbird's really strong right now. It hits most of the top decks. Elegant Egotist, we're playing 6 copies. We have the 3 Hysteric Signs and the 3 Elegant Egotist. And then Sign too is also nice because being able to add up to 3 Harpie cards with different names from your deck to your hand. Droplet's a really good way to do it. If you can't afford Droplet, that's obviously understandable. Other really strong cards, like right now in the format, Dynamishcus, Paleozoic, can, discard Hysteric Sign to banish one of your opponent's face-up cards. And additionally then, like, you activate a different trap, like your Featherstorm, and you can get Dynamishcus back from the graveyard as another monster. So maybe we'll do like a full-on Harpie Paleo build. The 1 Harpie Hunting Ground, Harpie's Feather Duster. I can't tell you how many times it's like, oh, do I set this? Do I not set it? Because it's really nice if you set it and they go to destroy it and you chain it. Now they still can't use their monster effects this turn. Well, they can. They'll just all be resolved negated. But you also search out your Feather Duster, and that's pretty cool. I've trap tricked into this a handful of times, and then they would like Lightning Storm and blow up all my back row, or they'd Lightning Storm, chain trap trick, get it, and then you search out your Feather Duster. And then the one guy, he actually set like 3 or 4, and I Feather Dustered him, so kind of cool there as well. 2 Unexpected Die, basically Elegant Egotist, but you don't need a Harpie Lady. Forbidden Droplet, card's crazy, quick play. So many traps, you can pitch one to negate a VFD. Hopefully we won't have to worry about VFD for too much longer. 3 Disparity with a 1 Double or Nothing. Win con right there. 3 Harpie's Feather Storm. The 1 Hysteric Party. I actually got this like just completely spammed the board, did like everything I needed to and whatnot, but he actually had a Dynamishcus. Not sure if this is in run of the replays, and popped my Hysteric Sign, so I lost everything, but it was going to be really cool. So counts for something, right? 2 Trap Trick and 2 Dogmatica Punishment. That's it for our main deck. Extra deck, we have the Elder Entity and Tisses. We have a Skull Knight. So this is kind of nice for multitude of reasons. Shout out to Alex at yugioh, or Ali at yugioh, Yugihoh. Check their channel out. His cyber trap build is actually really crazy, and he's been doing amazing with it. But he had a really good point. Like, if VFD and they call light, and you use your punishment, you can, send your Intis, but it's still in the graveyard. You can't use its effect. You could send your Skull Knight, and then on your turn you can banish the Skull Knight, and pop it. So kind of good there. Or if it was already set, now it's your turn, you use it, and they, like I said, chain, call light, whatever. I mean, against us they're probably calling wind anyway, so it wouldn't matter. But just giving that little bit of a variety there, being the different attributes. One Dragon Master Meme Knight, because any big body that you want to pop with your punishment. Double Cyber / Harpie Lady. I swear I could have used 2 a handful of times, so I put the second one in and then it never came up, ever. Took it back out for a little bit and it came up a couple times. Like, so the one Phantasmal Dragon, Utopia Prime, Utopia Double. So we have Utopia and Utopia Double for our double or nothing OTK, 10,000 One Punch Man. We also can go like 2 level 4s, Utopia Prime, attack, and then Zeus. I mean, you can also, yeah, that's the route. Don't try Utopia the Lightning, because like many other Yu-Gi-Oh players, we struggled to read at first, and it cannot be used as Xyz material, so that's why we went with Utopia Prime. Although, Lightning, if you have the toolbox card, it's not a horrible card to have, just because you can get a 5k beater. Abyss Dweller and Baguska, pretty self-explanatory, right? Like, turn skips for some decks, those cards are crazy. AA Zeus, I mean, yeah, like, it's Zeus, he's kind of good. The one Harpie Conductor doesn't really come up hardly ever, and then the one Simorg Bird of Sovereignty. This is our pure Harpie Lady deck profile. We got a few more replays for you guys, and that will be it for today. Let us know down below what you thought of the video. How was our lighting? How was the intro? What else can we do to make the channel better for you guys? That's what we're really trying to strive for. For a while there, I feel like we may have gotten away from it, but we are back for you guys, so let's do this. As you can see here in this first one, obviously Torrential Tribute, how I had mentioned that, some of these cards were before we made changes. This is when we were trying a trap heavier one, going against Psy-Frames. The strategy here is pretty much just play it simple, play it safe, play it slow, because he needs his drivers. Like, if we can just kind of bait it through and get to his drivers, we win. So we wanted to hurry up here and pop that, just so we could get rid of the field spell, so that way we ensure that his driver gets banished, because we're only 2 turns in and he has he only has 1 driver left. And then we can normal our barrier statue just like that, and now he can't special summon any of his Psy-Frames, so kind of nice when you see it. But yeah, so that's replay number 1. Luckily we didn't even need the card that we're not playing anymore. And Monster Reborn also got cut, so we didn't use either of those 2. Replay number 2. Ooh, this is the good one. I mean, it's kind of OP because Forbidden Droplet just says no to this board that he makes. But yeah, opening like Chandler Perfumer especially, and then even like Featherstorm on top of it, just, you can't hand trap me this turn. So I'm going to Forbidden Droplet you with Nibiru and whatever I draw for turn. And then I don't remember if I play it correctly and do Channeler, or if I just summon Perfumer. But we'll see here in a second. Negate both. Yeah, Perfumer for Egotist. I mean, it works because you keep Channeler in your hand, but you could have like normal Channeler, summon Perfumer, and then summon or discard the Perfumer to summon a Perfumer to get your Egotist that way and have the extra body. But we had the OTK anyway, so Utopia Double, card crazy. One more replay quick for you guys on the deck. We'll switch this around. Mech Knights, yeah, not too much happens here. We forced him first. He passed turn because, I mean, Mech Knights, depending on their hand, they really can't do a whole lot going first. Channeler, pitching Harpie, Summon Perfumer, get Egotist, have another Egotist. We even have our Prosperity, so we got the win lock. First, we're going to try and swing for a bunch of damage. Was thinking on everything I could do. I mean, we could have did a little bit more damage, but I wanted to be able to end on the wind barrier lock and hopefully get to our Featherstorm just like we had. Best thing about Ogre popping your Sovereignty, it's destroyed, so you get to summon the Wing Beast from your deck anyway, and that's how we get our wind. I believe that's how it is, right? Oh no, you just summon it, so it doesn't matter. I assume, okay, so doing the end phase, yeah. So ignore that a little bit. I was thinking that it was like the Charmers where it gets destroyed and then they get that effect, but since Ogre doesn't negate and Sovereignty does not summon to the arrow, it just summons it. Ogre doesn't really do anything, and then at that point he can only summon wind. He has no way to out it. Harpie Lady, and we have Trap Trick and Hysteric Party. So there you go, guys. That is our pure Harpie deck profile. How'd you like it? Let us know down below. See you guys next time.